Today's product review is the Discoveryopt Ed-Prs Gen 2 525 by 56 SFIR first focal plane. Coming right up. Took everything out of the box. This is what the scope looks like. Big knobs, elevation and windage. Here is where the battery is for the IR. It does not come with a battery, so you will need a CR2032. The tube is 34 millimeter. They give you a couple lens covers. Chamois cloth, scope shade, scope leveling kit, lens cleaning brush, Allen wrench, a knob for the power wheel, goes on here. Piccadilly scope rings. And they give you a spec sheet, spec card for the scope, instruction manual. Let's go over the specs of this scope. Magnification is 5 by 25, first focal plane. Field of view is 24.6 feet at 7.5 meters to 4.9 feet at 100 yards. Eye relief is 3.4 inches to 3.3 inches. Click value is 0.1 MRAD. Total elevation adjustment is 36 MRAD. Total windage is 17 MRAD. Objective size is 56 millimeter. I already mentioned the tube diameter is 34. It is illuminated. The length of the scope is 16.3 inches or 415 millimeters. Weight is 44.3 ounces or 1255 grams. Shockproof, yes. Waterproof, yes. Fogproof, yes. Nitrogen filled, yes. And has a limited lifetime warranty to the original owner. And what impressed me about this scope, did I mention it came with a cleaning cloth? What impressed me most about this scope is this right here. You have quality control, and the scope has a serial number, which is at the bottom of the scope. Here's the serial number. The date that it was done was 1/27/2024. And each category, from outfit sealing to shock resistance tests, they all have to have some kind of stamp with somebody's initials on it, on the stamp. They did a visual inspection, which includes the lens, refraction adjustment, magnification knob, parallax knob, illumination adjustment knob, reticle, test with equipment, adjust knobs, eye focus, then the final inspection, And then this other sheet here is overall outfit, parts, compatibilities, parts clean, lube, dried, O-ring and shims, logo engraving, side focus installation. So everything on this list, and as well as this other list that I read off, has to pass quality control inspection, which to me is outstanding. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this scope up, and I'm going to also have my Tactican hooked up to the back of it. We're going to go in my basement out to 17 yards. Normally I would go out to like 30 yards, but for this test, we just want to see if by me adjusting the elevation, adjusting the power adjustment, the parallax adjustment, to see if it goes right back to the original settings. So let me go ahead and mount the scope rings on there, and then we'll go over some of the features of the scope while it's on the test platform. Be right back. So my test platform is a Zebroia Ortiza. And I decided to go ahead and try out the Discoveryopt scope leveling kit, since I've never tried one, and I am totally impressed. Right there is a bubble level, so I know the rifle is level. And this is the scope leveled. And it uses these different wedge blocks. And as you can see, it is flush. So it does verify with the bubble level. So the scope leveling kit makes adjusting the scope very easy. I do suggest, though, when you go to tighten up the scope rings, you do it in a crisscross or X pattern, little at a time. And on the scope rings, it says 20 inch-pounds. So I use one of these Wheeler torque wrenches. And I know I'm guilty. When I'm in a hurry, I feel approximately what 20 inch-pounds feels like. But when you have a quality optic like this Discoveryopt, I want to make sure that everything is tightened down evenly. So I'm guilty. Since I own one of these, I do normally use it, but there have been times where I just didn't feel like getting it out. I'm just going to make it a habit of doing that. So now that everything's all tightened down, I'm going to set it up so we can set up the Tacticam so we can take a look at the reticle looking through the glass. Be right back. All right, let's take a close-up look at this scope, the eyepiece, focus ring, nice and smooth. Power wheel, stiff, but nice and smooth. Makes it real handy with this little handle here to go from 5 to 25. Just as smooth as a baby's bottom. The knobs on this, You can hear it, the audible clicks, as well as feel it. Same with elevation. Windage and elevation feel about the same. This is a special glass that they put on this scope. It's the ED, which stands for extra low dispersion, which means that you get a higher image clarity with the ED professional lenses. This is supposedly Japanese glass. This is the Japanese ED gray glass, and full description, full system highlight transmission lens assures that these riflecos have excellent optical performance. It provides you with high brightness and ultimate clarity even in low light conditions such as dusk and dawn. This is what the description of this particular scope says, and what I'm reading here. Zero stop, less than 1% tracking error. This is a pretty stout scope. And we're going to take a look at this scope through my Tacticam and down 17 yards to take a look at the target I got down there and see how this scope tracks. Let's test. Zero. And we're right back at zero on the elevation as well as the windage. I have no doubt that this scope will perform beyond 50 all the way out to 100 plus yards. So that's my box test. It goes right back down, right back to zero. We're supposed to. So the next test will be when I take it out to the range and do some actual recording so you can see it through the Tacticam how clear this scope is. There will be a link in the description if you order direct and type in air guns. Let me get that link for you. Airguns ED5-25 on Discoveryopt, 20% off. If you go through the Amazon store, get 10% off. Airguns 525. So I'll leave the links in the description. It's a 10 to 20% savings if you type in my Airgun channel code, Airgun Pessin channel code. That's my review for this wonderful scope made in China. And this is one of their better lines, Discovery lines that they have, the ED glass. Check them out. And go ahead and buy one and use the discount codes. You folks out there, stay safe. Shoot straight. May your pellet or slug hit its target. And we'll see you soon on Airguns and Pessin channel. We're going to take it out to the field. We're going to use this scope and a farm permission, so you get to see the scope's clarity. See ya!